Mhm. Here we go. We're live. Just so you know. Good morning. My name is Judge Person. I do welcome everybody to court this morning. I actually only see Mr. Hernandez. Everyone else seems to have their video off. I'll ask you to put your video on at the time that I interact with you. I do see one person on a phone call, and I believe that's Kirsten Teague. And Ms. Teague, just rest assured, I know you don't have video, so don't be concerned about that right now. I'll work with you when the opportunity comes. I believe you're second in line. I will take everybody in the order that they showed up into the meeting. And so Ms. Doxy, and everyone here are people that I think have interacted with the court before. I believe I don't have anything that is on a pending plea. So I'll actually just move forward with the troubleshooting that we're going to be doing today. Oh no, are we sure about Teague? Because now I've got Ms. Teague coming in. So Ms. Teague, just one moment. I'm asking the person on the phone call to unmute, please. Is that you, Ms. Teague, on the phone as well? Yeah, I think she has.
Okay, did that work?
It does work. Are you unable to do video and voice at the same time? That happens sometimes.
I'm trying to figure it out. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you, and you're okay. I'm going to hang up your phone call.
Okay.
And if that kicks you out of the meeting, just push to come back in. I'll let you back in.
Okay.
Right, you're good. Okay, I will be back with you. Can you hear me?
Did that keep me in? I can't hear you now, though.
Oh, that's strange.
Oh, maybe I can't.
You.
Hang on. I think you're just really quiet.
Yes, I can hear you.
Let me see. Sarah.
So just turn up your volume.
There we go.
Yes. I'll be back with you shortly. Miss Doxy, I'm actually going to ask you to unmute. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
I take everybody in the order that they showed up in my queue. So you were first, and I just want to review your payment application. I think that pleas have already been entered on both of these cases. We just need to sort out how we're going to get the cases wrapped up and finalized.
Yes, ma'am.
And so if you would just raise your right hand, please. And this is regarding the affidavit that you filled out. Do you swear or affirm that the information you're providing is true, correct, and accurate, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. So the way that I'm showing, the way that this reads, right now, you're looking for work, you do have bills, but right now you don't have a source of income that would allow you to make payment. Am I
Yes, ma'am. That is
correctly? Okay.
That is correct.
And you live in the area over in the Belton area?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
Okay. So what I'm going to say here is I can grant community service. Okay. And let me calculate the amount. I take community service from really any nonprofit organization under the laws of the state. But I will tell you that, right now it can be a little difficult to get those hours fulfilled. So I'm going to be very patient as long as you stay in touch with us and keep us up to date. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So right now it comes out to 37 hours. And I'm going to start with 60 days.
Yes, ma'am.
I need your signature on a waiver form. So there are 3 forms that I give folks with community service, and there are other people in the meeting today who need this information as well. So I'm just going to give you a long-winded explanation because it's helpful for everybody. Okay.
Not a problem.
So I can't accept community service from for-profit groups because there's a tax consequence for the city and for you. So we can do only nonprofits. I have a list of local nonprofits that I know are friendly to the calls. Sometimes that works out. It's not an exhaustive list, okay? So if you find a nonprofit, just confirm that they are a nonprofit if they're not on my list, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We will confirm too. So when you turn in your hours, we're going to confirm that you did what you said you did. We're going to confirm their nonprofit status. So don't waste your time doing something that won't count, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That's, if I could give one piece of advice about community service, that would be the advice. I will have a list of instructions that tell you things I, think you need to know, just sort of the common pitfalls. That's one of them. Another one is show up prepared. They're all going to have mask requirements right now. Sometimes now the hours are more limited than they used to be. Okay. And now they've got distancing requirements, but there are still opportunities to do it. And you have to decide, where you're going to go and what you're going to engage in. I don't decide that for you. Okay. But I do give you a window of opportunity to get it done. Now, I also noticed that you have children in the home.
Yes, ma'am. I have a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Okay. Who are they with when you're not around?
Well, my daughter's in school right now and my son's in daycare right now. So
Okay.
I'll be able to get it done during the time they're in.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to see if I, time-wise, if we're even beginning with a realistic idea. So right now the due date is March 29th. And if you wind up needing more time, that's your due date. On or before your due date, if you see that you're not going to get it done, you can come by the court or email the court, request an extension and explain where you are in the process and how much more time you think you might need. But I do
Not a
like
problem.
to check in relatively early in that first 30 to 60 days, make sure we're actually getting somewhere and that we're not having confusion.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
do need you to swing by, or if you're able to print at home and sign and either photograph it back over to us or scan it over to us, either way, then you won't need to come by, okay?
I can come by. It's not a problem.
Okay, we'll have all your paperwork at the front and you'll sign the waiver form. Now that form's just going to tell you if you work for the city of Temple, they don't have coverage for injury. And someone might see you out there doing community service and it's not a private event. So there's no expectation of privacy. There's no coverage for injury, okay? So
Yes,
just
ma'am.
be aware, if it's something you think you can't do, then you pick something else, If you have
Yes, ma'am.
medical concerns and you're in a community service situation order, you need to tell me of your medical concerns. And if they're enough that you think you shouldn't do community service, I need you to discuss it with your doctor and bring me a doctor's note telling me what the issue is. Not
ma'am.
your medical condition, but to what degree you should or should not be doing community service. People can have injuries, disabilities, and illnesses that I can't see. So, and I'm no doctor, so I need your doctor to talk to us about it, whoever that might be. Okay. So just those are the main kind of things. But what you'll get today is you'll sign a form, you'll get a packet. Now that's going to be a timesheet, and the timesheet will tell you, the main rules. You fill in where you went, and then whoever you're dealing with, it kind of looks like this, right?
Okay.
And down here, you'll see where you log in and out. And they initial and you initial, and at the end, they sign and you sign, and you've told us where you went. So we check in with them, we verify the information, but this is what I need back. And your number of hours will be at the top and your due date as well.
Okay.
And we try to make it straightforward. And it's just a good idea to read this in full when you start and read the direction sheet. And then right behind the direction sheet, there'll be a list of places and who the contact information is for each one. Okay.
All right. Not
All
a
right.
problem.
If you come by, can you come before noon?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. I will have that ready for you. And then that way you can just get started and, work at your pace. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Just once again, if you wind up unable to complete this, then just let us know through written communication. And, I will work with you if you're staying on top of it. If you miss court dates, and this is really for everyone, if you miss court dates, you're subject to warrant. That is actually the last thing that I want to do. I really don't want to do that. If you have a warrant, I think a couple of people do, or they're at risk. From here forward, stay on top of things. If I sign more than one warrant because you keep letting it slide, it becomes a thing where I am having to decide whether jail is really our option for you. These are judgments. They are enforceable. And I try to be respectful and friendly to everyone. But at the end of the day, I'm enforcing a court order. At the end of the day, it is your court order. So you have a duty to follow it, to let me know if there are problems, and to stay on time. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You have any
All right, thank you.
questions, Ms. Doxy?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to remove you from the meeting. You can head on over. We do have protocols for coming in the building with masking and so forth. When you get to the building, come to the front of the building, which is on 3rd Street. Call
Yes,
us and we will walk you through that process. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I was there
You won't-
yesterday. I know how
Okay. You
to.
won't be here very long. We will keep that to a minimum.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good-
You too. Okay. Ms. Teague, I actually am going to ask you to unmute. You were second in line. Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. And so my memory, but I want to just confirm that you had pled no contest to this charge. Is that right?
Originally, yes, I had wanted to do the class, but unfortunately I missed my deadline on picking up my paperwork.
Right. We can actually shift what we're doing to a deferred disposition. Have you had a theft charge before?
No, ma'am.
Okay. We can look at a deferred disposition, which would keep it off your record
Okay.
as a conviction.
Okay.
And when we do that, we have to sort out payment and all of those things and figure out what it is we're doing. You have 3 small children at home, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Okay. Let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the information you're providing is true, correct, and accurate? So help you God.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So right now, between you and your partner, there's one income. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, I do receive child support. It's very off on when I receive it. I normally have to call the office and ask them when I'm getting my next payment, just because my son's father is bouncing from job to job, so it's very inconsistent.
Okay. That is your oldest son, Rydell.
Yes, ma'am.
Father. Okay. And then the Jiffy Lube, he's not paid monthly. He's paid every week, every 2 weeks.
It's bi-weekly, yes.
Okay. And what's that amount?
Every other week he receives after taxes, it's about $1,100.
Okay. How far behind is the child support?
It's not behind at the moment. The last
Good.
payment though was January 5th. Normally I get it every other Friday, but for some reason I got my last payment on January 5th in another payment since. So I'm expecting one relatively soon if he still has his job.
Okay. Do you all get other assistance like food stamps?
No, ma'am. My children are on state health insurance, but that's it.
Okay. All right. I am showing that community service is going to be our option here.
If I could make a payment plan, I think that would be a little easier. I don't necessarily have anyone to watch my kids to do community service.
Okay, then I will reduce your fine. You had proposed $50 a month.
Mm-hmm.
What I can do is keep you on the deferred, reduce your fine, and do 3 months of $50 payments.
I can most definitely make that happen.
And then I'm going to require a class
Okay.
online, and you will pay for that class.
Okay.
Let's see, what is our report cost here? Give me just one moment. I need
Okay.
to do a reduction. You're going to need to think about getting to the court today.
I
You're
can do that.
actually close by. Can you
Yes.
come this morning before noon?
Yes. As soon as my son wakes up, I can head over there.
Okay. I'm going to have it deferred at the window.
Okay.
That will list out the things, there'll be check marks on what you need to do. The
Okay.
first one will be the spell out of the payments.
Okay.
The second checked item will be that you have a course due by March 29th.
Okay.
Then it will tell you, and that means a certificate to the clerk's desk by that deadline.
Okay. And that's just something I can print out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then you cannot reoffend, get warrants, or fail to come to court.
Okay.
You meet those requirements. March 27th, I will dismiss your ticket.
Okay. Awesome.
So it will not be a conviction on your record.
That is.
Thefts can impact you in a long-term way. If I see you again with another theft, I'm probably not going to be able to utilize
That will
this
not.
option. So
That will.
hence the class, because actually our odds go way in your favor with
Yeah.
that class. Okay.
Thank you
Can
very
you
much.
make a, yes, ma'am. Can you make a $50 payment today?
Yes, I can.
Okay. And so then a month from today, we do the second one.
Okay.
And a month from that day, we do the third. Okay.
Okay.
And that means that the third one is on 4/27. The second one is on 3/29. And that's also when your class is due on 3/29. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to have class information also included in your packet. And that's a suggestion because honestly, I will take any, is it 6 hours or 8? Yeah, I'll take any 8-hour theft intervention class that you choose. The one I'm giving you is just a starting place because people don't know what to do.
Okay.
And it's an affordable one. It is affordable. It's the most affordable one that I've found that's good quality.
Okay.
So I certainly wouldn't mind the affordable one. And there may be other ones, you know. So it's not, I'm not endorsing them. But, you know, I also don't want to leave people just out in the cold to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
So I got to strike a balance there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there'll be that reference and any of the classes as long as it's 8 hours. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Your paperwork will be at the front. If you wind up with questions that clerks can't answer, they'll put you back in a meeting to talk to me about it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Ask questions if you have them. Okay. Do you have any right now?
Just one, the 8-hour class, that can be split up into multiple sessions, like the
Yes.
driving course. Okay.
It's a log on, log off at your pace.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Okay. All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Mr. Hernandez.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Are you going to be able to stop for a moment?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Are you at work?
Yes.
Do they know you're in court?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I was just telling my managers about it right now, and I was showing them. That way
Nice.
they'll believe me.
It's really real. There's an actual judge and everything.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
what they say, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of cool. And I'm really happy to have the option to do it this way now. And I hope we keep that option open later when we open back up, because I think I wouldn't want to force everyone to do it this way, but for working people, this is helpful because they're not gone all day and their boss doesn't really know if it's true. So you got to unmute again. Somehow you muted yourself again. There we go.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. I did accept your pleas on your cases. Um, and I had a no contest or guilty plea on each case. And is that your understanding as well?
Yes.
I know you've read through it all and you know what this is about. These are
Yes.
older things. Sorry?
I understand.
Yeah, it will help you a lot if you just stop moving
Okay.
because you're going to pick up interference and it'll cancel your voice out. And so
Okay.
then I might not hear you or you might not hear me. And I'd like to keep this very focused and get you back to work, okay? So these are older things, mostly. Let's see, we've got 2010, we've got anywhere from 2010 to 2020, okay? And what my goal today is to get this all wrapped up into one thing and get you going in the right direction to clear it. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have a hole on your license renewal. And I don't release that. I can let the warrant get pulled back where you don't have an active warrant, but I'm not releasing the license until I know that you're zeroed out and we're done, okay? And it looks like I need to consider just how things would work in terms of payment. Give me a moment. Can you raise your right hand? Thank you. Do you swear or are affirm that the information you provided in your affidavit is true, correct, and accurate, so help you God? I do.
I do.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so let me just figure out what's going on here financially. Is Ethan your brother?
No, he's just like a little kid that we're taking care of.
Okay, and you say we. Does your wife work?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Has she lost employment recently?
Yeah, she was working at Sonic for a while until
Okay. All right. Do y'all get help like food stamps or assistance?
I was getting food stamps, but I didn't have to reapply for them.
Right. You've got to have somebody maybe go do that for you.
Yeah.
Probably don't have time. Okay. It's always difficult. I can tell that your work right now is full time because you're there. And
Yeah.
so this is a difficulty when things get this far in. Um, I'm looking at community service as an option because if we did payments, I think your request was like, you didn't put a request in, but and that's okay. But I show that a payment plan would be difficult for you. So
Yeah,
I can
really.
order community service,
Okay.
okay? But then you're juggling that with work and you're gonna have to kind of find a place where you can do it in your time schedule and then just stay at it, okay? All right.
I'm pretty sure I could do it because there's only like maybe 1 or 2 days out my week that I come in the mornings.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's a good point because a lot of these are in the morning.
Yeah.
It's 81 hours for all of the cases. You've got 5. And I think you were listening, but I have a list of places where you can do the work. I have instructions for how to do it, and I have a timesheet for you to use to properly document those hours so that I can give you credit. I need you to come by today, sometime today. When do you get off work today?
Get off work at 4.
Okay, we don't close till 5. So you'll
Okay.
come straight here. I'm going to tell them to look for you about 4:30ish to sign your documents and get your packet so you can get out there and get figured out where you're going to be going. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get this taken care of for a while. I just never had
Next time,
time.
just communicate and talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually not hard to access, but you have to reach out because I can't show up at everybody's house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we're at
Yeah.
your house, it's not good. So what I really want you to do is understand one thing, because you seem like somebody working hard. You seem like somebody who is not indifferent to this, okay? I'd love to know that you were a licensed driver.
Yeah, me too. It's just
Yeah.
really my first time ever having a license in my life. So
Well, I think
yeah,
you were pretty young when this happened.
yeah,
I think you were a young person, and maybe the decisions weren't great there, but that doesn't have to define you, you know? So we're going to take them off as you turn in hours. Right now, I'll start with 60 days, knowing full well you're going to probably need more time. Although if you don't, that's great. If you knock these out fast, I'll just release your license. But I'll credit you, like, let's say you get to, let's say you get it all done before 30 days. That'd be March 1st.
yeah.
You turn it all in, and I'm just going to verify it and release your license.
Okay.
So the sooner you get it in, the quicker I can do that. If you need more time, I can give you more time. What I don't want is for you to go back to warrant, because then
Nah,
I
don't need it.
start thinking that's all this person's going to listen to. Let's just do that. Okay. But I'm not really trying to do that. I'm not interested in it unless you make it interesting. You know what I mean? It's a last resort. Okay.
I don't want to get no active warrant on me neither.
Yeah, right. It's really detrimental for people. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not interested in it. I just feel like that's some people, that's all they're going to listen to.
Yeah.
And I go through a series of check marks where I go, okay, that's the conclusion. I'm nowhere near that with you. Okay. We did go to warrant, but now we're going to pull it back. Okay.
Okay.
And you're getting some information you didn't have before, which is how to communicate with us. Okay. And how to stay on it and what my expectation is, which is that you either do it or you talk to me about why it's not getting done on the deadline. Okay. Or before. March 29th is your actual deadline. Okay. So if it's not turned in by then, you're seeing me. If you turn it in early, I'm getting to it faster for you. Okay. Because if you respond with that respect of getting it done, I'm not going to sit there and say, well, I'm not looking at that till the deadline. I'll look at it within a day of you turning it in. Okay. And I'll start making a decision. Do we have what we need to let this person go on? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're not going to arrest you. You come on by. Okay. And we'll have your paperwork for you. We have a safe harbor at the court. Okay. We don't arrest people for coming in to work on things. And I'll recall your warrants now for when you get here. Okay. Oops. Well, it's actually fine. He moved, he turned, and he probably disconnected himself. Yeah. He was in like I know where he works, and he's in the back area, and it's like warehouse like. So he's probably got himself disconnected. So it's fine. I don't think he did that on purpose. I don't think so. I didn't get that impression at all. You know, I don't take things like that personally unless people get personal about it. Yeah. Okay. Whoever tuned in, thanks for being here today. We are wrapping it up. Oh, there he is. Let me just let him know it's fine. You disconnected yourself. Here he goes. He's connected to audio. He's trying to figure it out. I can't hear you yet. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we're good. Let me send you a text message. Good. Okay. All right, here we go.